Hello, hello. Welcome back to Exotic Wine Travel. I am your host, Matthew Horkey. So this is our last day in Zagreb, Croatia. We've been, my goodness, in 2016, 17, we've been in Croatia for about 9 months now because our book is now finished. Cracking Croatian Wine, a visitor-friendly guide. You have to take a look at it. It's in the description box. It's taken us a long time here. We visited hundreds of producers, traveled the whole country, went to so many wine fairs, did so many verticals. We've tried over 2,000 Croatian wines, and we've whittled that down to 150 wine recommendations. So I'll put that link in the description box. So we're going to talk about in this video today Croatian sparkling wine. Now, you got to understand, even though Croatia is a tiny country, it has a Mediterranean part, a continental part, and there's mountains and hills all over the country. So there's a diverse range of wine-growing climates here in the country. And seriously, every style type of wine is being made in Croatia. Dessert wine, late harvest wine, botrytized wine, sparkling wine, dry whites, off-dry whites, reds, barrel-aged reds, fresh reds, indigenous grape, you name it. Oh, so many stuff. But right now, the current trend here is everybody wants to make sparkling wine. And since, for the country, sparkling wine's a fairly new thing, I have to say, if I'm going to be honest with you here, sparkling wine as a whole is probably the weakest genre of wine within Croatia. But that doesn't mean that there are some exceptions to that, which we have here today in front of us. First of all, awesome producer. This is probably, if you're in Croatia looking for some bubbles, this is the best value quality Croatian sparkler we think is on the market. This is the Šember Rosé Pjenušac. Pjenušac means sparkling wine in Croatian. This is a non-vintage made from Pinot Noir. Method traditional, so method Champenois. Am I pronouncing that right? Really fine bubbles. Just nice strawberry notes. I think that a lot of people will be quite happy with this. Really good effort. This winery makes some nice Pinot Noir. They make some nice Riesling. I'm really a big fan of this producer, and the price quality ratio is quite high. So, good job, Šember. Now these two sparklers, and I'm sorry I'm not going to be tasting them on camera because we've already polished these off. These are my favorite. Maybe actually Shireen and I, both of our favorite sparkling wines in Croatia. They're more on the higher end in terms of price. One is extremely hard to get. Let's get started. This is a producer that is one of the best producers of wine total Croatia. This is the Tomac Amfora Pjenušac Brut Natur 2010. Now, let me see if we can, first of all, so many interesting things about this wine. 2016, this was named to Decanter's top 75 stellar buys of 2016. Awesome. Especially, it was the only Croatian wine on the list. Now, get this. 50% Chardonnay, 50% of indigenous varieties from Pjenušac, where this is from. Like Plavet Žuti, some other stuff. I think there's some Austrian grapes like Neuberger in it, all this random stuff. This is the first, or what they claim, the first sparkling wine, method traditional, fermented first in Amfora. This was 6 months fermented in Amfora, Georgian Quavery, then 18 months in large oak casks. Then they put it in the bottle. Then it was 2 months on second fermentation. It was 2 months, or sorry, not 2 months, at least 2 years on the lees. This is good stuff. This is unlike probably any sparkling wines that you're going to come across here. I've written an article about Tomac. This really is a mix to me between, it's somewhere in between macerated white wine, amber orange wine, and like a vintage Krug, because the bubbles, the structure is phenomenal. If you had aged vintage champagne and amber wine mixed together, that's what you get. This is awesome. I think a lot of people are going to be very impressed with this, especially those with discerning palates. So something to look out for. Another rarity here. This is the Zure, that's the name of the producer, Quinta Essentia Pjenušac Gurk from the island of Korčula. Now, a thing you got to know about Gurk, it's mainly only found in eastern Croatia, although people are taking it and trying to plant it all over the place because they know that it delivers wines of high quality. If you follow this channel or read some of our articles, you know that we are huge fans of Gurk. I think it produces excellent wines. I did not have high expectations for this. This was the first method traditional sparkler made from Gurk. And I gotta tell you, I was extremely impressed with this. I have these two at the same scores. Both of these I have a 4.3 out of 5. This to me tasted like a saltier version of a Blanc de Blanc Chardonnay, with just more minerals, more saltiness. Didn't have the searing acidity, but it had enough to keep it very crisp. I thought this was really nice. Only a couple hundred bottles made. You can only get it there at the winery. So nice job, Zure. I'm a big fan of their work. So just know when you come to Croatia, if you're looking for bubbles, there are some good stuff out there. We have this. I think Meneghetti does a good job with their classic sparkling wine. Bibic does some interesting stuff with indigenous grapes down in Dalmatia. Jeez, I'm trying to think. There's some other ones here and there, but those are the ones that really stand out to me. So, guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Exotic Wine Travel. I will see you at the next episode.